Julie, how are you? And I know you're excited about our guest.
Super, super excited. Today we have Hadass Frank with us, and she's the CEO and founder of Next Gen AI, specializing in AI strategy and business transformation. As an AI strategic consultant and lecturer, she shares insights on AI, business productivity, and prompt engineering to help leaders navigate the evolving AI landscape. Welcome, Hadass, to this Day on Course podcast.
Hi, thank you so much. How are you?
We're really good today. It is another Tuesday, another great morning, another good day to be alive. So happy to have you here. And before we get into the meat of the content today, tell us, what is your favorite food, Hadass?
So I like spicy noodles with beef. I just like, all the Asian kitchen. So
Mm.
especially the spicy noodles with beef. I like it the most.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Neil, are you into that as well?
Absolutely. Yes, I'm always interested in those kind of different things. Yeah.
I like food in general, but
The
okay.
food. Yeah.
So here we are. We are doing it again, and today we're talking about AI for non-technical people because we all know that there are so many of us out there totally confused on how to use AI, but I just call ChatGPT my personal assistant, and I want everyone to be using it. And Hadass, you are an expert in AI, so let's get into some of those ingredients for success for using it.
Okay, so the first one, I think it's very important to identify what is success for you, and also to identify what is the problem that you're looking to solve with AI. That's I think the first step if everyone want to start implement AI or even using it, they need to start with this.
Mm. And kind of opening up their mind as well to what they can do with it. I don't think people know yet, Neil, and I know you love to talk about AI. We love to talk about AI,
A
Hadass.
hundred percent.
We talk about it all the time, but the truth is, it's like people don't know what to do with it. And so when
Right.
I
True.
sit with my clients and I'm like, okay, you can create some really amazing SOPs and training documents and
Right.
literally set up your business for success.
Mhm.
Set your business up for another level of success that we've never even thought of. So I'm obsessed. Neil, are you obsessed
Yeah.
with
No,
AI?
I'm obsessed too. But I think the mistake we make in AI, and this is where I'm going to jump in, is that we think, okay, it's just for our social media posts. It's for other things, helping us in specific ways. When you can really break it down, it's what you put in and is what you're going to get out. And I love your idea. You said the SOPs, all the things, the business plans, the things in operations that people don't like doing, writing invoices to make them more customized, proposals to make more customized. But a lot of people aren't doing those things. And what they're doing is ultimately buying other AI tools that stink. And
Yeah.
this is my soapbox right now. I use a program called VidIO, and VidIO does a great job of captioning, but it does an awful job of pulling the right content for podcasting. And I've decided to put on more of a video producer's hat in my agency now, and I'm like, this is garbage. So AI is catching up in certain ways. AI is not catching up in other ways. It's all about what we put into it to make it look and make our lives easier, faster, more efficient. But if we think AI is going to be able to be as smart as us and as creative as us, it's not there yet.
Yeah, I agree. AI is really, I think people, first of all, forget that AI created by human, by us. So technically, yes, AI, it's like automation, stuff like that. But we created it, we program it, and we have the control, and AI cannot replace creativity. And when even I asked ChatGPT, give me a creative idea, it's not that creative. Like I can do better.
Unless you give the right input. You give
Yes,
your website, you give some of your things, it will be creative. It's about what we do.
Yeah.
It goes back to higher
yes,
order thinking skills to be successful with AI. But
yes,
the mistake is they think, okay, I can now hire somebody to ask questions. I can do all this. But if you don't put input in, they're not going to come up with the greatest questions. And you might think, oh, they did great job coming up with questions for me for the podcast. But then you start thinking about it. I could have come up with more creative questions because I know what
yeah,
the next person's going to ask.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's a great shortcut method. It almost is like cheating, and not cheating, but that's like last minute stuff. But then if you put all the other stuff in it so amazingly, will it make your life so efficient. And the problem is it changes every day. Now ChatGPT 4 is doing a very good job at writing copy from like us talking and coming up with our words and what we're speaking. 3 months ago, it wasn't doing that. So this is where you have to constantly test your system because the system is going to work better and better every day. What are your thoughts, Julie, on that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's changing by the minute. But Hadass, I really want to know when well, now we're really into the next ingredient, which is being creative. And so
mhm.
when you think about being creative with AI, I'm curious from your perspective, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so that's really a good question. So creative, um, AI have the AI creativity side of it. So when you generate image, videos, all that. So creative can be associated with this side, but what I mean by that is for me to be creative is not just to know the tool that you're using. For example, it's not enough to know ChatGPT. It's not enough to know, let's say, PyGen or Notebook LM and so on. To be
100%.
creative is to know how to maximize the
Yeah.
capability and also how to use multiple tools
Mm,
together to achieve the higher goal and what you're
yes.
looking for. So I think if people be creative enough, they can think of different ways to use different tools that not necessarily on the daily basis you would think, oh, I can use this tool and that tool. And I
Yeah.
can give you an example if you want. So
Yeah.
HiGen have the avatar that you can make presentations for presentation or for even commercial for business you can use. And I was thinking that I can use ChatGPT to help me write the script because ChatGPT, I have a GPT that I train about my business, what I do. I build the script and I also transferred that script to Notebook LM, create a podcast. And then with the Hygiene avatar, I can create like a live broadcast style with different avatar talking. So that's like how to play and be creative with three different tools that not necessarily you think on a daily basis, oh, we actually can work with those tools together.
Right.
So that's for me
Yes.
creative.
I agree. The tools. So, for example, the way I do my social media posts for my clients is I've made this decision as I'm becoming more the producer. I'll first throw in specifically the whole thing, cut them up into questions because questions are going to be the best way to work it when you're interviewing people one on one. Then have the script go and do the description. Then throw it into ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 4 will give you me the whole thing, captions and hashtags, then throw it into vidIO to put all the captions together, and boom, you have your project. If you would try one of those things, it's not going to work as well. Oh, come up with here's the script, and I want the best things to pull from ChatGPT 4. No, it has a human element and it has an AI element to all the creatives of anything you do. And the more
100%.
tools you learn in AI, and I got to get better at this because probably you would say vidIO is not the best AI generated for podcasting anymore. It was a year ago. So you constantly have to research and look at what's the best, right?
100%. It's very, very important. And that's what really leads us to the third ingredient to try tools. You can even read about different tools like on X or in Product Hunt. People rent tools, they give a feedback what they think about those tools. But just make your research and see what you like the most, what you connect the most. And most of the AI tools, they give you a free credit in the beginning, so you can try and get some taste about this specific tool. And then if you really like it, then you can decide, okay, I want to purchase a plan. So
Right, because
trying it
sometimes you'll get
was
caught
very
up
good.
and you think it's easy to use and it stinks and
Yes,
you
yes,
lost your money.
Yeah.
yes,
Right,
yes.
exactly.
Hadass, what is the thing you're using right now? What are you into right now?
To be honest, I think I'm not doing something special. I like to use ChatGPT 4 with Canvas. So Canvas feature is very, very nice. I like to use Claude also. So those are really my daily to-go tool. They assist me in different projects that I run or different little, even little things that I need. And that the mainly tools I use right now.
That's amazing. All right. And tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now and where our audience can find out more about you.
Okay, so what I'm working right now is really like I'm first of all, I'm writing a lot of posts on my LinkedIn, so you can find me on LinkedIn. I write a lot about AI, how to use it. And right now, I actually gonna post today for Halloween to give people like a trick and a treat about AI, especially. So I took a products, makeup product from Pinterest that I found that simply on white background, and I turned them to Halloween commercial and to show people how easily you can do it. And as I say, give them a trick and a treat for Halloween.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. All
Thank
right.
you.
And where can our audience find you?
On LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Perfect. 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 Well, Hadass, thanks so much for being on the Stay on Course podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Neil, any other questions?
Anything else to add to this mix? Like, I mean, this is such a great topic. You can go into so many more things with AI. I want one more question. Any AI tools for podcasting that you think would be really good right now to
So
use?
I don't have right now on top of my head, but maybe later, because there is one tool that I found it really good. I have it written down because you have so much tools. I don't have, I'm sorry, on top of my
Okay,
head.
that's okay, but definitely
Yeah.
we appreciate it. Thanks for being